The New York Times put out an article on the 19th day of the year endorsing both Elizabeth Warren and Senator Amy Klobuchar. Now, this is proof that the first female president is going to be elected in the 2020 election because, number one, billionaire Buttigieg, who's running, Pete the Cheat, he was born on this day, January the 19th. He's born on the 19th day of the year. What was the 19th Amendment 20 years ago? The 19th Amendment was the passage of women's suffrage, which gave women the right to vote. Now, Elizabeth Warren and Amy Klobuchar are the two women running. One of these two is going to win. The other one is going to drop out and endorse the other. In other words, Bernie Sanders is going to get screwed or is going to suffer a catastrophic condition which is going to which is going to really hurt his campaign. Understand what the 19 relates to. The 19th Amendment and women's suffrage 100 years later. They are really big on that 100. Endorsing Elizabeth Warren and Amy Klobuchar, the corporate New York Times. You know, I hear all these retards out there claim the media is liberal, or they claim that the New York Times is liberal and all that, but the New York Times doesn't endorse the most liberal campaign in the race. They are just so liberal, are they, the New York Times? Well, if only they would endorse Bernie Sanders. And a lot of you guys have it really backwards with the media being liberal. Because the media is not liberal by any means. So, when you do this date duration sequence, 41 weeks later, I can tie into the death of the last president to lose re-election later on this evening of President's Day. Now, 47 weeks later, 330 days from the endorsement is when the Electoral College is going to select the next president of the United States. Now, Warren, as I've said before, is a 33-6 life path. It would be 47 weeks later. And in Gematria, as I've said before, it is Liz that has Gematria of 47. The New York Times endorsement of Klobuchar and Warren on the 19th day has everything to do with the 19th Amendment. And I don't have a subscription to the New York Times. I'm out of my free articles this month, so that's why I can't show you the article, but I'm going to try to copy and paste the link right below.